The University of Rhode Island's new Hillside Residence Hall is scheduled to open this September 2012. However, behind the scenes, URI officials are making plans in case construction on the building hasn't finished for move-in weekend in 4 months' time. Vice President Robert Wagan explains the possible delay on the $42 million project.
What happened, unfortunately, was we bid it on time, but there was a delay with the state approving this almost 2 months in delaying this project. So we're under time crunch. There are many issues that confronted us, not only the time delay from the state, we encountered a lot more rock and ledge that we had to excavate. There was a lot of drilling and blasting that went on.
The Hillside Residence Hall will be home to approximately 420 residents, the nursing and pharmacy living and learning communities, and international students, as well as offices and classrooms. If the building does not open on time, URI's Department of Housing and Residential Life will have to find temporary alternate living arrangements for Hillside residents. Hall Director 2 Justin Vaca explains some of the problems the Department of Housing and Residential Life are facing.
I'm not sure if I don't even think they're assigning people to the building right now, just because I don't think they want to have people with really high expectations. I'm going to move, into here and then not. So I don't know if they're assigning people to Hillside at this point or not. With the RA situation, we've kind of developed an interesting, solution. The RAs that I had previously mentioned that we were going to transfer over to the Hillside building will be remaining in their current buildings to start next year. So then they will move when Hillside opens, and then we will fill their positions with what we're calling dedicated alternate RAs.
So now if they're moving the living learning communities over, where are those living learning communities going to start next year?
That's a great question, which I don't have the answer to.
Okay. Students should be aware that while the university is trying to complete the Hillside Residence Hall for the start of next fall, it just might not happen. And if that's the case, students living on campus can expect an increased number of tripled rooms next fall. Clearly, a late opening will affect more than just Hillside residents. A memo sent by Chip Jensen, Assistant Vice President and Director of Housing and Residential Life, to all housing employees explains the situation. The university is developing late completion plans whereby students assigned to Hillside Hall for the 2012-2013 academic year will receive a temporary room assignment in various residence halls for that period of time, currently anticipated to not exceed 6 weeks, and then be allowed to move into the finished Hillside Hall. So while officials are preparing for a late opening, they have not announced the possibility to the URI community. Vice President Wagan believes the building will open on time.
We are still planning to complete it by the last week of August, and so that students can move in right after Labor Day. It's going to be tight. We're working very hard on it, but we are still pushing to get it done by the first week of September.
Vice President Jensen's memo, however, points out that the current construction schedule leaves no room for error. Any setback, however minor, could mean that the Hillside Residence Hall will not open on time. Jamie Maroney, URI TV News.